Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Big Brother Celebrity. Today we're going to recap episode 3. So when we left off episode 3, it was the power veto ceremony, and they had just completed that. Ricky won the veto ceremony. And he chose to not use the power veto, so it was still Anthony Scaramucci, Tom Green, and Jonathan Bennett. So those were the 3 guys on the block at that time. So when Julie Chen does her introduction, she goes straight into the first topic, which was the fact that Tamar and Natalie were excited when they weren't supposed to be that Ricky hadn't used the power veto. And Ryan noticed it. Tamar and Natalie were happy that Lolo didn't go up on the block, and that Ricky didn't use the power veto. And then after that, Ryan goes up to Jonathan and says, did you see Natalie and Tamar be happy that he didn't use the veto? He's like, yeah. And Jonathan was like, maybe this cannot be good for my game going forward, because those people are supposed to be aligned with us. So why would they be happy about someone in their alliance being up on the block? So, and remember the last episode, Lolo flipped off Jonathan and Ryan. So both Jonathan and Ryan are now thinking, what's going on? Is this 6-person alliance crumbling? Is it falling apart? What the heck is going on? And then nothing really big happens until Julie comes up on the TV and says that everybody starts noticing that Anthony Scaramucci is not in the house. He was seen going into the dining room on the live feeds, and after that, nobody has seen him since then. So we are all thinking that he left us. So we don't know until Julie Chen comes on and says that there's going to be a second veto competition. And then after she says that, then that's when Anthony Scaramucci comes on the screen and says that, or puts this thing on the screen that says, I was a part of a twist this season. And basically what he says is there's going to be a second power veto to save yourselves, which I like, because I think that Big Brother is doing so much wrong by putting the winner of a first competition up on the block. I think that it is horrible how badly they did that. So the second competition gives Jonathan a third chance to save himself on the block. he got a chance with the HOH competition. He got a chance with the first veto, and now he's getting a chance with the second veto. So, since Scaramucci was on the block and he left the house, Ryan now has to name a third nominee to replace Scaramucci. Now, Ryan goes up there and instead of nominating Lolo, like he should have, in my opinion, because I hate Lolo because she's going after my two favorite house guests, but he's going after he should have gone after Lolo, Eva Marie, and Tamar, since he already put up. Anyway, so instead of putting Tamar, Eva Marie, and Lolo up, she puts Candy on the, or he puts Candy on the block. So, and in my opinion, they should have told the audience about the twist with Scaramucci. Because a lot of people didn't watch the show or turned off the show, probably, because there was a political figure in this house again. And the same thing happened last year, and the ratings went down when they saw that Omarosa was gonna be in the house. So, I don't know why they just didn't tell us right off the bat that Scaramucci was a twist and he wasn't going to be in the house for a long time. So, I don't know why they didn't tell us that. They should have told us. Their ratings would have gone up. I understand why they didn't tell us. They don't tell us about twists mainly. A lot of the twists they tell us about aren't that big. They're not like people in the house for a specific reason. They're usually about competition or like a twin twist or something like that. So after that, those things happen. And by the way, now it's Candy, Jonathan, and Tom Green on the chopping block. So with this next veto competition, it's Candy, Tom, Jonathan, and Candy, Tom, Jonathan, Kato, and Dina, and Ryan in this next competition. In the competition, for this week's competition, there was subtle details about Scaramucci's. This competition is all about Scaramucci. There was subtle hints across his stay in the Big Brother house that led up to this competition. So this competition is figuring out since he was in politics, which of the headlines was true, which of the sayings there was a bunch of newspapers around the house, and they had to figure out which ones were true and which ones were false, how many were true and how many were false. And they had to go into the dining room and say the number of articles that were correct. So the following people said 7. No, said 8. The following people said 7. It was Ryan said 7, Jonathan said 7, Tom said 7, Candy said 6, and Dina said 9. Kato said 8. So the ones that said 7 were Jonathan, Tom, and Ryan. One that said 6 was Candy. Dina said 8. No, he said 9. Demon said 9. And Kato said 8. And the correct answer was 8. Kato won. So Kato, right after, that was a commercial break right after the veto competition. And then right after that, you come back from commercial break. It was Kato and Tom in one of the rooms. I don't remember which, but it was Kato and Tom in one of the rooms. And Kato says to Tom, "I am pulling you off the block." Remember, before Scaramucci left, those three had formed an alliance together. Scaramucci, Tom, and Kato were forming an alliance together. So, and I'm guessing since he said he was gonna save him, that is true, and the alliance is still together with Jonathan, or with Tom and Kato. So eventually, Kato saves Tom, and then Ryan has to think of another nominee. Now, the easiest way is to put up Lolo, because she's more of a threat. I think she's more of a threat than anybody else in the house. But he doesn't decide to put up Lolo. I think the alliance of 6 is still intact. He decides to put up Joey Lawrence instead of Lolo. So, so on the block now, since Tom is off, is Candy, Jonathan, and Joey. Now, I think Joey, at this point, I'm thinking that Joey's gonna leave. But in between the second veto and the eviction, they show a scene where it's Lolo, Jonathan, Ryan, and Tom, and Ricky. Tom, Lolo, Ricky, and Kato. And they're all discussing who they should vote out. I don't know why Ricky's there. I really don't. I was shocked when Ricky and Tom were in that conversation. Oh, you know what it was? Tom, Ricky, and Kato were all in the room together, and then Lolo, they were talking about who they should evict, and then Ricky said that they all agreed that they were going to vote out Jonathan, and then Lolo no, they said that they were going to vote out Joey, but then Lolo comes in here and says, "I think that Jonathan would be a better person to evict." So, so a lot of stuff, some other stuff happens, but it's not important. So they do the vote, and it comes down to Candy and Jonathan, because Joey gets 0 votes to evict. So, Candy and Jonathan are the 2 people left. And to my so much surprise, I thought after that blow up between Tamar and Candy, I thought Tamar was going to vote Candy out. But no, she voted to evict Jonathan, and at that point, I knew that Jonathan was leaving. Because she was the swing vote that I thought would be, but that's why I thought Candy would leave, is because of Tamar's vote. But I was wrong. There was a lot of surprise when she read the vote, and it was 6-1, Jonathan out. So after the veto ceremony, or after the eviction ceremony, after they read the vote, Jonathan was shocked. Jonathan and Ryan were shocked. And this is really, really where I think was so messed up. Because remember I said at the beginning of this video that I thought Jonathan got screwed by Big Brother? Well, you know how Julie does all the questioning afterwards? After each evicted house guest? Well, one of the questions was, what do you think was your biggest downfall? And Jonathan said it was the twist. It was the fact that the two competitions, or the first competition, you paired me up with a person and the winner got HOH and the loser got nominated? Are you kidding me? This is the worst twist in Big Brother history. I don't think they thought in a million years that the winner of the first competition would get evicted. So even if it was a team, I think Big Brother just needs to. I'm about to put in a complaint to the Big Brother team, because whoever's in charge of competitions and twists ends at Big Brother house, because Jonathan really got screwed. But anyway, back to the Julie Chen. Julie Chen, which is now Julie Chen Members, said that it wasn't the twist that screwed you. It was how you handled the twist. And the only thing I agreed with was that when she said that you had 4 chances to save yourself. You had the HOH competition, because it was the first competition, which wasn't the HOH, and the second competition, which was the HOH, which Ryan won, and then Jonathan got put up on the block. So it was the first thing that was used to save him. The second thing that he could have done was win the first POV with the one that Ricky won. And then, since he didn't do that, and he didn't get saved there, because Ryan I think Ryan screwed him there. Because I think that he was going to be saved by Ricky. Actually, no, I don't know. Until Ryan said something to Ricky about Willow going up in Jonathan's place. But anyway, that was the last episode. Let's do this episode. But I think that's it. But and then the third time was the second veto competition, where Kato won. Not Kato. Yeah, Kato won. Which I'm surprised Kato won that competition, because it was the easy competition. They're doing a lot of throwbacks. I forgot what it was. I'll have to rewatch it, but anyway. So after, which I don't understand. I don't get what Julie Chen did, because she shouldn't have told him as much as she told him, because he is a jury member. Anyway, that's it. Jonathan is out of the house. He'll be on Big Brother with Marissa and whatever his name is. Yep. So, if you like this video, then you can leave a like, you can subscribe to me, you can comment down. I'm gonna leave a question of the day, or question of the video, that you have to comment down below which one, or what your answer is. And the question today is, who do you think will win the next HOH? Remember, Ryan cannot play in the next HOH because he was the reigning HOH. So he's the only one that cannot play. Other than that, everybody can play. Now, I am rooting for, like Ricky or Kato. I just don't want to see the girls win. I want to see 2 out of the 5 girls on the chopping block. Preferably, Natalie and Lolo. Those are the 2 girls I want to see on the block. Or even Kato. I wouldn't mind seeing Kato on the chopping block. Because I don't like Kato. Anyway, that's it for this time. Until next time, see you later.